What's going on? Hey girl, hey girl, hey. What's going on? Hey girl, hey, hey girl, hey. What's going on? Hey girl, hey, 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 hey girl, hey. What's going on? Hey girl, hey. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, girl? How you living? How you feeling? What's good? This is my second time filming this video. Quick story time. I was at the end of editing. Matter of fact, I was at the saving point. I was saving the video. Went to my camera and erased the video from my camera so that I could make room for saving the edited version. Let's just say a video that was supposed to be about 36 minutes, which was too long anyway, ended up being 2 minutes and 36 seconds. That video was edited so perfect. You know what? But I ain't no quitter. This is for all my, it was edited. So bells and whistles, all that. But like I said, I'm not a quitter, and we're gonna film this video again. And this time, it's gonna be better than the last. The last video, I did a story time of how my fashion career started, which was, in all honesty, it was it wasn't boring, but it wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. So the editing was better than the actual video, if that makes sense. So I don't mind doing this again, but essentially what I was doing was I was doing my makeup and chatting with y'all. And we're gonna do the makeup again. We're gonna do it again, and hopefully it turns out good. But last time I didn't go off camera and do an eyebrow first and do my eyebrows first. I was doing both of them, but that made the video like 10 minutes itself. So I went off camera really quick and did the eyebrows, did one eyebrow, and now I'm gonna show you how to do the other one so you can at least see how I do my eyebrow routine. And then after I do that, we will get started with what this video is gonna be about. And this one I think will be a bit more informative, a bit more, just all around a bit more informative than the last video. And if you've read the title already, then you know what this video is gonna be about. This video is gonna be about 10 things to know before starting an online store. So if you're interested in knowing more about that, stay tuned to the video. But before we get into the video, make sure, if you haven't already, girl, you done watched. This might be the beginning of the season, but you done watched 2 episodes. And if you watch 2 episodes, you know what time it is. It's time to subscribe. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Give me a like and a comment, and that's all I'm asking for. It's free. It's free. I ain't asking for no type of money, no nothing. It's free for all. So hit that subscribe button. And now let's get into the video. Okay, so first we're gonna start out with, like I said, our eyebrows. And I'm just gonna show you guys really quick my eyebrow routine. So you don't have to ask no more. So I am using, which is on her last leg, I'm using the Wet n Wild. This is what she looked like now. She used to be about this long, but I'm using the Wet n Wild in the color Simma, I believe, either Simma or Cocoa, but I believe it's called Simma. And I'm just going to just outline her because she's thin and she needs a little assistance every now and then. If you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking into my little mirror. So yes, she's a bit thin, like I said. And this one I've done already. She's ready to go. I usually do this one first, and then I do that one. But today, How about I just stop talking and let you guys see what I'm doing? Now I'm going to take my Pro Conceal in the color Fawn, and I'm going to conceal. You know, I don't get my eyebrows done. I haven't had them done since 2017. All I do is just draw them, and that's that. On that, I'm thinking about getting a micro braided. Yeah, micro bladed, not micro braided. Micro bladed one day, but you know. So I'm just going to feather this out. If you can see that, but got my toothbrush. Swoop. Okay, that's done. And now we're going to go in and conceal away. So what I have. Do is from the foundation that I'm going to be using that day, I take just a little bit, which I'll be using the matte poreless from what is this I know it's, but I can't remember. Fit Me, duh, been using this for years. Fit Me in the color 355. So I take this brush, which is, what kind of brush is this? I cannot remember. Some kind of angled brush. Take this brush, and I got these brushes off of Amazon, and I just gently go back over where I concealed it. All right, so I'm about to put my foundation on. So I just put on this setting spray, and y'all, it's been through it. It's literally on this last leg. And now I'm about to put on my foundation. Make sure I get every area covered. Okay, so let's get into the video. This video is going to be about what you should know before starting an online store. Because girl, just because it's online does not mean it's easier than brick and mortar. But it's just as much work. It is just as much work, and honestly, if not more work. Because it's easy to talk to people in person and get them to, you know, buy from you in person. But online, you got to have a special something. Can't think of the word right now. But yeah, so tip number 1 would simply be, and I wrote down on my notebook again. I got makeup on my notebook, and I wrote down a couple different notes on the 10 things that I came up with, and let's get it here. Number 1, a business plan. So thankfully, back in college, that's all we did was come up with business plans for our potential businesses. And one of the things I would do was sit and just research all the time on how to write a business plan. So there's plenty of resources out there, plenty of guides to helping you start your business plan. And it's a very tedious process. I won't say get so hung up on it that you just not do, other things that's beneficial to the starting of your business. So after you get that done, and before I say after you get that done, what you'll need in that business plan is what niche are you going for? Like, what is your niche? And also a vision and mission statement. It's always good to have that so you can keep the vision of your business at the forefront of your mind whenever you are buying product, purchasing product, or whenever you are, trying to market towards certain potential customers. It's good to always have your vision and your mission on hand. So, yeah. Numero 2. So number 2 is understanding your market. Let's see. Yeah, that's good enough for that. Understanding your market, girl. So for me, my online store was a boutique. But honestly, girl, I had to dial it back and start creating product, because starting out when you don't have a lot of money to do what you want to do and to put out the best quality, it could get a bit tricky. It could get a bit expensive, and it could get a bit complicated. And so I went back to what I know, which is making jewelry. So I went back to that, and it's easier for me to market that than it is for me to, put out a clothing line right now. So it's a bunch of different things that go into it that, ooh, child, it can get complicated. But if that's what you're into, that's the end goal for me. Right now I'm starting out very slow. So I'm starting out with my product first. And then we'll eventually go back to adding, clothes to my online store. But for right now, I make these gorgeous polymer clay earrings, and but that's not what I was wanting to say. What I was going to say is understanding. Just understand your marketing. My market is earrings, jewelry, and I'm still learning. I am still learning the market. So I would say, make sure you know all that you can, and take advantage of learning from other people, researching. One of the things I did write down is researching on marketing, on how to market and marketing strategies. Make sure you know how to, because like I said in the beginning, when you're doing online, it can be a bit tricky. So make sure you know how to market, because that's one of the struggles I have sometimes, is figuring out what marketing strategy is best for Conscious Mind, because what worked back in 2018 when I actually started does not work now. It just don't work now. So constantly figuring out what will help. And also, who are you targeting to? Who's your target market? I can tell you, target to women age 25 to 35. And most of the time these women are entrepreneurs. They are women that love quirky type jewelry. So that's who I target to. Everyone can buy it, but essentially whenever I'm doing marketing, some type of marketing, whatever, strategy, whenever I'm using a market strategy, I usually have that woman that's very quirky, very fashion forward, very bold, and like fast fashion. I target towards her. And the girl that has her own style, her own personal style, that's my husband. He might want to make a debut. Sir, do you need anything? You want to say hey?
Hey.
Hey, I'm gonna keep this in here. So yeah, I market towards those women, and then you have to get into what does she, how much does she make, and also what does she like to do, what makes her buy, what makes her not buy. You have to essentially be her. So put yourself in her shoes. What would make her, what does she do on a daily basis? Does she even like to online shop? If the girl that you're targeting to doesn't online shop, then you got to figure out another marketing strategy to get her to online shop. Let's see. And then there's the psychographics. So what makes them buy? What are their buying? Is that you, Lord? I know you're supposed to come in louder than that, but what exactly was that sound? Ooh, and we're back. Man. So like I was saying, the psychographics, the buying habits, what makes them buy or don't buy. That's really important, because that's really important whenever you are trying out different marketing strategies. What would make, let's call our girl, her name is Lisa, plain and simple. What makes Lisa want to buy these earrings? Have you noticed Lisa buying bright things? How would you market this towards her? Is she Afrocentric? Is she into street style right now? What is her buying process? And a good way to know, get this type of feedback from her without directly asking her, I guess, do a poll. Polls on social media. And that was my next point. Doing polls on social media really helped me to figure out how to market towards my target audience. Countless times I would do polls on not even just Instagram, but Facebook. I would message people and ask them, hey girl, what do you think about this? What's in the stores? Just asking them, picking their brain. Number 3, knowing everything, if not everything, knowing as much as you can know about the product or service that you are offering. So, first of all, little story time. I knew nothing about clay earrings. I knew nothing about, all I knew was fabric earrings, and that's what I used to make. God literally dropped this in my spirit to start creating clay earrings, and I didn't even know that there was a such thing. And by him telling me that, then I went and researched about clay earrings and how to make them, and different aspects of making clay earrings. And after learning all that I could, and I'm still learning a lot. I'm still learning a lot from different people. I watch a lot of videos on it. I am going to start doing workshops. Whenever this quarantine lifts, I'm going to start doing workshops to learn different ways to make these earrings and to make them better. Because these are the beginning stages of me creating something like this. So of course there's going to be some kinks in them, and I'm going to have to, not be afraid to fail in a sense. but only to failing is not the end all be all. Failing is the start.